I have been asked a similar question many times in my chat. I'm curious how this resonates with many of you and like whether this is a thing that a lot of people have problems with. I'm genuinely confused. What do I do against someone who just holds backwards and waits? I remember when I first started playing fighting games, I ran into this player a lot. And in the beginning, like you don't know, and then you learn over time. So most Ryu players at around 13k LP use some type of weird playstyle, and it drives me crazy that it works on me. I just played against one. The round started, he just walked backwards to the wall and stood there. When I try to drive rush him, he jumped back and kicks. When I walk up to him, he just goes for a low kick. As soon as I press forward, if I jump on him, he anti-airs. I seriously just sat there thinking and couldn't figure out what to do. There used to be this playstyle of Ken players in Street Fighter 4. They would just hold up back in the corner and do heavy kick, and then when they landed, they would do sweep. One round, I got a health lead and waited, not doing anything. He literally just stood there for like 30 seconds waiting to lose. I want to learn how to fight these players in case I don't have a health lead in future rounds or games. So I went in and tried different approaches, but everything I did failed. I can't think of anything. Like, what do I do? For one, everybody's going to tell you the same thing at default. And like the top comments are like the same thing, which is like, just walk them down. Walking them down is hard. It's the correct idea, but it's kind of generic advice. It's very easy to just say like, oh yeah, you just walk them down and then you're good to go. But like, it's probably not obvious how to walk someone down and like why and like what you're doing. So let me give you guys some advice. To understand how to walk someone down, you need to understand why you're walking someone down in the first place. So you know when you play fighting games and you see people like doing this and they're moving around like this, what you're doing when you're walking back and forth is trying to be outside of your opponent's best poke range. So if this is your opponent's best poke, right? If their furthest poke is like this sweep, right? What you're trying to do is walk around so that you constantly maintain the distance that's right outside of their range. So if they're walking forward, you walk backwards. If they're walking backwards, you're walking forward. And like, you know, I'm matching his pace. So if Ken's best move is this move, this is my furthest range move. If you're Ryu, you're constantly trying to be right outside of range of that move. The other thing to understand about this distance that you're trying to keep, not only is it right out of range of their furthest attack, if he jumps towards me, notice that I am in range to anti-air and he won't go over my head. This is the solution to beating a player like this, right? So when you have him in the corner and he's doing this, how do you check someone who's doing this, right? Now for starters, you could just walk in and anti-air when he jumps back. But sometimes you'll trade and like sometimes you'll try to DP and you'll miss or something, right? And your timing will be off and then he'll kill you and like stuff like this, right? What a lot of people do to deal with people who do this is they check them on their landing. So you stand back here, you let him jump back, and like, you know, maybe I don't hit him out of the air, but I'm also pretty safe here. And if he ever tries to land and do something like this, like let's say he's doing this into this, right? If he's whiffing this attack, you notice how I'm hitting him before he's able to do it. This is what you would do. The other thing you can do is walk up to him and just wait right here. Because truly, what is he doing if I'm right here? He's doing nothing. I'm not threatened by anything. And if he ever does a sweep, right, and I block it, then I can just sweep him back. Maybe he jumps forward or something, right? Then you can anti-air. All of these are options that you can do to beat him out of it. You can anti-air him. You can let him just do it over and over and just wait for him to do something unsafe like this. You can let him land and then poke when he lands like this and eventually stuff whatever he does. You can drive impact him. You can air to air him with your own punch. These are all options that you can do if you want to like stop them from just holding up back in the corner. It's just so punishing getting hit by a stray air move like this. I don't feel very punished. Even if you walk up and block it, you didn't take any damage, right? You're just kind of chilling. The biggest thing is learning to walk up and anti-air them with whatever your character's grounded normal or like anti-air move is, and then learning how to do some pressure after. Somebody asked, like, I don't know how to do meaties with my character, right? Okay, well, you probably can't run any offense at all, right? And the easiest way to test your meaties is to have your opponent wake up reversal with crouching light punch or standing light punch, whatever their, or light kick, whatever their 4-frame fast move is. Just walk up and try to hit him. And then sometimes you can find setups that just auto loop stuff. So like if you play Ken and you combo into your heavy uppercut, doing jab into heavy punch, this is an auto setup. I don't even have to time this. I put some replay IDs in the chat where I did the wrong thing against this playstyles. If you want to watch them, let's see what it. Oh. Yeah, this is actually a great example. This person is just running. They are like not interested at all. Okay, when they walk away and go to the corner, eventually they're probably gonna jump. So understanding how to anti-air is very important. Oh, that's just a little unlucky. Your heavy kick was a little too early. Yeah, eventually they're gonna jump because they're they're struggling, right? You can just literally walk this person down. Yeah, like what you're doing here, you're doing too much. You can just walk at them or throw your own fireball, right? And like you also jumping from 90% of the screen when there's nothing on the screen. Only when there's the actual fireball do you need to jump, because what happens is you jump before the fireball comes out and then you just land on it. So you just walk at this person and then they get to the corner and then now they have to escape. This person will now do something to get out. They're gonna jump back in the corner over and over, or they're gonna jump at you, or they're gonna suddenly try to run at you. And if they run at you, they run at you. If they don't run at you, then like, you know, like, yes, they have to do something, right? They have to drive rush. They have to they're in the corner and they're scared now. This is probably exactly what's happening to that person in the Reddit thread. They're just they're chasing someone and then they get upset and then, yeah, see, you didn't have to do anything. That's the problem. You could have just walked up to this Chun-Li player and sat there and then you would have been fine. You committed first, which means that they just TP'd you and killed you, right? No, I fought this exact kind of person and struggled with it when I first learned fighting games. I was like, dude, how do I stop this? Anti-air, perfect. This is all you gotta do. Stand at this range and like they're either gonna drive rush or jump or like dash or something, right? Like there's the drive rush. You can block it, it's fine. Punish, that'll do. Anti-air, that exact, like you see this exact thing? This is all you have to do. You stand at this range and then you just anti-air them over and over and then they like can't win. Isn't the puddle great, especially against defensive players? No, it doesn't really do much for you. The puddle takes like 50 frames to put out and then keep it down. Stop. Don't type. We're not worried about that. We're worried about walking someone to the corner. You can't be doing this either. It doesn't have anything to do with this scenario. You should just anti-air again there and then you're good to go. Yeah, if you just anti-aired this person, you would have won like 4 straight rounds, right? Just stand right here. Please do not go too far in. Okay, that's fine.
Sajam cooking.
Nice. Yeah, you had the right idea. Anti-air. Oh, you're a little too early. What up, Schmirk? That's it. But do you see this? You let them jump. You anti-air. If they drive rush, then you can just block it. Or if you check it, you're the best. But otherwise, you don't even have to do that. You just sit there, right? And you're just good. You don't even have to do anything fancy. And now this person has no idea what to do, right? They're just like,